cabinets and you're wanting to change out the hardware, make sure you can get inches, but make sure I prefer to measure in millimeters just to make sure these holes line up exact. Now they have inches 4 3/4, 4 5/8, or just 4 exact, and these are like a millimeter, 2 millimeters less than 4 inches. They're so close. But yeah, after ordering 2 sets, I finally got this set, and you can get these for about I think I paid $70 $80 for 50 of them, or 60 of them. No, wait a minute. No, I paid $1 a piece. I paid 30 for 30. Yeah, and I got another box coming. This is 30. But it looks so much better to get rid of old cabinet hardware like this. Most of my trim and the job that I'm doing at the doctor's office is all square trim, so you want something matte square. This is pretty good too. This is the new Flex side table. It's metal. You can remove it. This just lifts up. Boom. You can lift it up just like this. And the heads of the bolt actually are what slide down into these little notches. So yeah, let me put that back. But yeah, and these are screwed down with little tiny nuts on the other side. Yeah, and there's nuts on this side too. And this is by this company on Amazon, $59.99. Yeah, it looks good for a folding table. I like that it comes off because when you fold it down, even though it's on the 3-hole rail on the top holes, it goes down too far. So if you were to carry this box by itself and set it down, this would bump and come off. So it's better just to take it off. And when you get to the job site, then you throw it on. Boom. You know what I mean? Just like that. One hand, put it on. But yeah, just to give you a rundown of this, it's not too organized right now, but it's where I keep my flex tote. Another 2-drawer one. These are my rock wool ceiling samples. Well, it's by the same company as rock wool, so you can see it's supposed to be more soundproof. The R value is pretty good. It's like insulation, about 1.5 inches thick, 1.25 inches. It's not compressed. It's really nice and fluffy, so it's got a lot of air inside. That's what helps absorb some of the sound. So yeah, we're doing a doctor's office that has something similar. Definitely recommend the pack of these. It's like $8 for 8 of these 9 by 12 foot, 3 millimeter, almost 4 mil thick covers. So it's pretty good. These, anytime I'm doing a cabinet job, 35 millimeter hinges. I like the 35 millimeter better than the 40. They're just cheaper, and I find more variety of them. And usually my sets of Fastener bits, I don't have a 40 in every set. Some sets only come 35. And then of course with the multi-tool, you gotta have the sanding head, as well as you can get on Amazon for $16, the Diablo bimetal wood and metal blade. Still has all the teeth. It's supposed to be the black ice coating, where normally it's carbide. And this is kind of old, this blade, but they're reinventing the black ice thing on a bunch of their new products, Diablo. These, I like the long 12-inch extension bits when I'm working overhead. I'm not too tall, so this helps a lot. I think the best one is the Makita one. I got the Spider, I got the Flex one, I got the Milwaukee's, and I have the 6, 12, and the 8s. This here, the cord that powers the table saw and miter saw, it fits in one of these tiny flex bags. You know, they have like 5 different sizes of these bags. So boom, that cord's dedicated to here. It's like $198 you can get. Everybody sells this. Amazon, Ohio Power Tools, Acme. If you don't want to have to use these anymore and you're looking for a set of knee pads that actually work, I would definitely recommend these right here. These are knee pad sleeves. They really, you want to, if you've tried them and they didn't work, you probably got the wrong size. Get the size that fits you correctly, tight. And these will stay on the entire day. They won't sag down, they won't do anything. They stick around skin, our pants. They got silicone right here that grips on it, does not move. I've had over 10 pairs of knee pads throughout my handyman career, and I've never ever had a pair stay on like these. I've had some that came close to it, but they would eat the back and leave red marks here. These leave no red marks. All I do is when I get home, I take these, I clip them, and I hang them on my balcony out here. And that's it. I'll clip them up there and let them hang and dry, just so they don't smell like sweat. This is my favorite paint, enamel paint to put over cabinets. That's what I'm putting on the doctor's office vinyl cabinets. It's got a good Sticks water-based primer. This will be sprayed. When I spray, I like to use these kinds of hoses. This is the Bedford Precision 7-foot hose. I put a 4-foot whip, a 7-foot hose, and that allows me to save a lot of paint while I'm still using I use the X5 Gray Coat sprayer to do cabinets. I'm not paying $1,400 for that little Gray Code with the Walt battery. I can't even make their own battery. I am not doing that. But yeah, plus there's a $200 version of that on Amazon. It's the gray. It doesn't clip on your side, but it's the same setup. But yeah, the backpack. Always keep pencils up here. These clips, I clip little pouches, sharpeners, whatever. Not that I ever use them, but the guys at work use the sharpeners. I just use the knife. Out of all the squares, this is probably one of the best ones I've got. It comes with the teeth out of the way, the gauges out of the way, the magnetic ruler. So when you're doing doorways around steel door frames or whatever. It's got this big hole here I hang on my monster hook. I don't use the square holders. They're too bulky to add on your belt. I just use the monster hook. It hangs right here. Same way I hang my blower. Boom. So yeah, monster hook. I use the little cheap pencils things. You can do $20 and get your business name and phone number on those pencils. Something like $30 for $20. Amazon will ship them to you. Make sure you put your phone number at the end so it stays on for a while it's sharpened. Yes, I got sewing stuff. You never know what a client needs. The majority of the batteries. And there's where I got my framing saw, 7 1/4 rear hander saw. It's a slim saw. What's it called? The inline saw. Router, whatever else. I literally have I think every flex tool except for the auger. I just got the bandsaw. It's in there. There he is. Sander, framing hammers. All little odds and ends. These are pretty good little rip guides for flex table saw. There's some of those pencils. Here's one little tip. You can use these in your sawzalls. Your reciprocating sawzall. These will clip on in there. These little hacksaw blades. So there's a little tip share there. These boxes clip good on the bottom of your backpack. So if I have a big job or a little job and I just need little stuff in here, I will take that backpack and click right on top of this one box. Put it on my back, and now I got that box plus this. Duffel bags, I got 2 of them. I'll show you how one's set up. I like these tape holders. Put my mask in, painters. I don't really have electrical on the side. I hire people for the electrical unless it's tiny. Anything big, I am not trying to burn a house down and lose my life savings from being sued. So when I learn and I get my license for that, I'll do it. But until then, I know a guy. So they say it's about who you know. The compact. I have all of their flex drills have like 4 of each. Then the high torque impacts, I have 2 of those, the smallest and the big one, both 1/2 inch. Um, but yeah, just giving you these labels work really good. I like to use a green Sharpie, let it dry so it doesn't smear, put it back in. I don't like on their new boxes, they don't have any place for the label. I mean, I know you can get a sticker and put it there, but it's like crap. Why'd you go through the effort of phase 1, the wave 1 of their boxes, releasing the labels, and then on the second wave of the Flex boxes, no labels. So I'm like, what's going on there, Flex? So I'll do some kind of test. I have a good little yard, like a scrap yard area in my apartments. I got everything put away. One thing I noticed Flex did fix though, that I haven't seen anybody say they fix. I saw a complaint about it, but I didn't see anybody update, hey, they fixed it. On their old boxes, this right here, where you put the metal bar, this plastic piece went all the way across, so this bar couldn't come out. But the problem people complain is when they went over top and tried to, like this one here, when they tried to push it down, they couldn't get it to go in. Right? Or they would get it locked and put another box on top, couldn't get the bar off unless they moved the box. So what Flex did was, you see their old boxes, you see how it's like this all the way across? They started notching them. So I noticed on the newer boxes, I don't know when they started remaking them. Same as the battery, they started making them gray, took out the gel melting coolant stuff. So I guess it did get too hot after time. But yeah, so you could pull those out. Put the lock on right there. Boom, don't have to worry about taking the box off. But I guess that was an issue, I saw that. Yeah, that's it. I keep my miter saw wrapped up. This is the new miter saw they sent me, because my other miter saw quit working after 3 years. I got it when it first came out. Table saws underneath. I keep it covered because it smells like grease and it's in my living room, so I keep the original plastic over that. The old miter saw, when I would hold the button, you'll see in my videos, you'll see Flex miter saw issue. Just type that in and you'll see my hand holding the miter saw button down. What made this problem different from just the other trigger problems that you'll see with some of the Flex items was that when I hit the trigger, I'm just do an example. When I hit this trigger, nothing would happen. The light would come on, so I know it was working, the trigger. So no, the spindle isn't locked. But then, boom, it'd come on, go, uh-oh, there's electric issue. So then, when I press it and hold it, I learned, I didn't want to go home, I was trying everything to get that saw to work that day. I had a little bit of ace boards left out of 20 rooms. So I press and hold the trigger, and then go to the light button, hit the light. Hold these 2 buttons down the same time, boom, the saw worked perfectly. But if I go the power button normal, nothing. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So that was my issue. I did a video record of it, not to bash Flex or anything like that, but to generally see if someone cared enough and maybe they fixed the problem. So they sent me a new saw. I called them, like, hey, you guys want my old saw? They was like, yeah, but the case was closed. I've already got the new saw. So I was like, okay, I don't have a printer. It's kind of a hassle for me. Can you guys mail me a label? And they still hasn't mailed me a label yet. So I'm going to be trying to contact them again to get this box sent out to them, because I don't want to issue in the future where if something expensive else breaks, oh, they won't send it to you because you never sent this back. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. But yeah, God's always watching, folks. Just because no one's watching and you can get away perfectly free with somebody or something, don't do it. God's always watching. Especially if you're a believer and you're going by his set of rules. He's going to be like, okay, you're playing the game. He's going to teach you the rules along the way. So he's going to correct you more than he would others who are living among serving themselves instead of him. That's what free will is to me. It's serving your God instead of serving yourself. That would be your will to him. But free will is to do whatever you want for yourself or whoever. It's your will to do whatever you want. Or you can do the will of God, which is his will. And if you want to align your will with his will, that's following his rules. And to say that you don't trust the Bible, or that's saying you don't trust what the Creator made, history record. Like, you know what I mean? So the truth always prevails. There's power in the truth. All lies always come to light. So if all lies always come to light, which they constantly do, look at Hunter Biden's laptop. I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi's stocks. I mean, you see things that you thought would look at Hunter Biden's crack videos coming out, where you see him smoking crack and meth on, like, right, this plain 4K video. So, like, things that they thought were secret that would never come to light came to light. So just know that God is always in control, and yes, you can trust the book. It's the reason it's the world's biggest religion, Christianity, with over almost 3 billion followers. Islam has never been first compared to that. They've only had 1.7, almost 2 billion. Now, Christianity is the most persecuted religion, so that means that more people die or are in fear of even reading the Bible, possessing the Bible, talking about God in other countries, in fear of being murdered or killed. Like Islam, they believe that anybody that isn't Islamic, they have permission to murder. The extremists. But getting off topic here, but yeah, that's some of the flex stuff. There's my dog area. Say hi, Bobo. Get it, Pop. Bye. See you guys later.